Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I drill the holes between the legs for the stretchers as well as the full assembly of the chair. Now I have all of the hole locations pre-marked, and if you watch I'll look to the left and I'm trying to align the back side of the drill with the hole or the mark on the other side. These front legs are just straight, um, but it gets a little bit more complicated when I go between the front and the back legs. Now this particular hole needs to be in the center of those two brown rings that you see in order for it to look right when it's finished. And after I finish drilling the holes here, you'll see me get a device that I'm using. I'm putting that device in the holes to measure the distance between the two, and that device is being used to just make sure that I have enough depth in the hole to accommodate the stretcher, because the stretchers have already been pre-cut for each location in the chair. So the device is a beam compass that I picked up at Rockler, and I added the pieces of aluminum in between instead of using wooden dowels. And I have a small section of tape measure attached to it, because the way that I have it set up, the maximum distance that it can measure is 15 inches. And that tape measure is stuck to it at 15 inches. So when I push the two pieces towards each other, that tape measure shows me how long the stretcher needs to be to fit in between those two holes. So I'll measure and make adjustments where necessary. Now we're going to jump into the assembly process. I'm using liquid hide glue for the assembly of the chair. I don't normally use hide glue, but it's a renewable glue, so if the chair starts falling apart, I can use heat and moisture to disassemble the chair, um, and or I can actually just use heat and moisture to reliquefy the glue, which will then rebond. So what I'm doing off camera there is using a toothbrush with some water to clean off the excess glue. And this was the second chair that I had assembled um, today, and so I had some opportunities to make my process a little bit better as I went through the remainder of the 8 chairs. As you can see, each chair has quite a few different components, and that's a lot of parts and pieces to glue together in a very short amount of time. So I'm moving as quickly as I can to get these parts and pieces glued together and clamped with the corner braces installed and nailed in before the glue starts to set up. So I'm having to move very quickly, and the full assembly takes about 25 minutes per chair and another 5 or 6 minutes to do the drilling. So it's not a terribly long process, but it's a little bit stressful getting it done quickly. So I'm starting to work on the corner blocks here, and you'll notice that there's a groove around the perimeter of the chair, and there's a tongue on the corner blocks. The purpose of that is twofold. One, it's for alignment purposes to make sure that everything provides a flat reference surface for the seat to attach to. And another thing is it basically doubles the amount of glue surface that would be there if it was just flat. Um, and it actually holds things together pretty well even without any fasteners. So I'm gluing them in and then driving in a couple of brad nails to hold those in place until the glue is dried. Um, you can see me fiddling with the clamp here. I'm trying to kind of square it up. It's not lining up with my glue box quite like I would like to. But this is the only chair that I had that problem with. So of course that's the one I happened to record. But this is the process for me to drill all of the stretcher holes and assemble the chairs. Thanks for watching.